time in U.S. history, the government has declared a water shortage in the Colorado River. Climate change and the ongoing drought are both threatening the river's future. With less snow hitting the mountains each year, the melted runoff can't replenish the water levels.
Were you thinking of visiting the Colorado River, but were hesitating because global warming is draining the water? Now you can experience all the thrills of the Colorado River on land. The Colorado River is still the place for thrilling adventure and has never been more exciting. Enjoy the thrill of a lifetime with the benefit of less drowning. And be sure to visit Colorado Mountains in the winter for more outdoor fun. Come see the Colorado River, but bring water because we don't have any.
That was Stephen Colbert's Late Show last night using a clip from our Laura Podesta on CBSN AM. But jokes aside, the Colorado River is facing an imminent threat. And in today's Climate Watch, the federal government is declaring a water shortage at the nation's largest reservoir for the first time in history. Water levels at Lake Mead near Las Vegas have dropped to 40% capacity. Climate scientists say this drop is due to the worst drought seen this century. Lake Mead is part of the Colorado River, which provides water to about 40 million people in 7 different states and Mexico. The drought and water shortage are leading to cuts in water supply to parts of the Southwest. Rebecca Mitchell joins me now. She's the director of the Colorado Water Conservation Board, as well as the Colorado River Commissioner. Rebecca, welcome. Thanks for being with us. So, of course, as you know, the Colorado River is nearly 1,500 miles long with thousands of lakes and reservoirs along it. How is this drought, and namely climate change, impacting your day-to-day work? What are you seeing?
Well, first, I want to say that drought is an expected part of life in Colorado. It's not uncommon for some portion of the state to experience drought conditions for a portion of any given year. However, what we're seeing is the intensity, scale, and length of drought is increasing. In Colorado and then across the West, we continue to use the word unprecedented because each year is seemingly worse than the last year when it comes to drought. So drought conditions impact our streams, reservoirs, but also the soils as global temperatures rise. So Colorado has one of the most advanced state drought plans in the U.S. to help reduce short and long-term impacts of water shortage. We also have good working relationships across Colorado, but also across the entire basin. So the governor of Colorado, Governor Jared Polis, has activated new phases of the drought plan, and we try to get resources out to our local communities as quickly as possible.
You know, but seeing the pattern that is unfolding here, and as we talked about earlier, the drought and shortage are triggering mandatory water cuts in certain areas. Considering that, how long do you expect these cuts to last? Or should there be a long-term plan for these areas, these many areas that rely on the Colorado River, to start investing and preparing to use other water sources in the longer term?
Well, and I do wish we had an answer for that. It's uncertain how long these water cuts will last because we are facing an uncertain future. And it really depends on what the snowpack looks like this year, each year. That's our big storage vessel. We've always known water shortages are a possibility, and it's also a possibility that additional water shortage actions may come. So in Colorado and the upper basin, we're used to shortages because it's been increasingly dry over the past 20 years. And so our water users have been feeling the pain. And there's a plan in place with the drought contingency plan to help address shortages in various scenarios.
So you don't think that these areas that rely on the Colorado River, some of these that are quite far, some of them from, parts of the river, should start looking elsewhere?
I think that we're all going to have to look to be creative, to use less, and to look at having some redundancy in our systems.
So what can individuals and on an even larger scale, local governments and big businesses do to help mitigate this water shortage?
I think it's it's important whether you're industry, whether you're government, whether you're a customer of a municipal provider, a farmer, a rancher. I think it's important that everyone realize it's the collective that can make a difference. So finding ways to use less means more for the future. So we can all choose to conserve. We can all make conscious choices. I expect and encourage people to be mindful of their everyday water use, especially when it comes to landscaping and watering lawns. In the summer, that is a big drain on the system.
And so as the climate continues to warm, and as you say, we keep having these unprecedented years following unprecedented years, what's your biggest concern and focus looking ahead regarding the Colorado River?
I think as we continue to see what we talk about, the unprecedented hydrology in the Colorado River Basin, it will likely only become drier each year, and we need a plan for that. So the basin states, Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, New Mexico, California, Arizona, Nevada, they are all working closely every day with the Department of Interior and the Bureau of Reclamation to develop plans for tomorrow and into the future to address these water shortages for all parts of the Colorado River Basin. So in Colorado, we're specifically focused on meeting with local community leaders, including farmers, to really try to create locally driven on-the-ground solutions.
Rebecca Mitchell, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.